Hi everybody. Today I have a review for you on the Staedtler Triplus mobile office, which if you haven't seen it, this is what it is. It's got a Fineliner, a ballpoint pen, a mechanical pencil, and a highlighter. So pretty much everything you need in this awesome little carrying case that Staedtler is known for. If you're not familiar with the company, they are a huge name in office supplies. They are a German company that's been around since 1835. The majority of their products are still made in Germany. They've won a ton of different design awards, and their motto is innovation with tradition, which you can see why. All of their writing implements have this, what's called Triplus is the name of it, which is what they call it, and it is a triangular ergonomic barrel that they've designed. It is very, very comfortable to use. Some people take a little bit of time to get used to it, but it is lovely. I adore it. And I also adore their carrying case. This is one of their innovations. If you've never seen this before, it took me a little bit of time to figure this out when I first got one of these, but you just fold it over and then you snap this shut and it becomes this awesome stand as well as a carrying case. It's hard plastic, so it's beautiful. I completely love it. I think I actually love the stand and the case more than I even love the pens, and that's saying a lot. So a couple of different things here before I start writing with it. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I have a lot of pens. So I don't need any more pens at home, but going out of the house is a completely different story. I'm pretty much a minimalist when it comes to that. I carry my traveler's notebook and I carry a pen, and that is all I carry when I walk out of the house. So I've had some different experiences, and the one I'm going to share with you right now really was the tipping point for me. So, and I'm sure you've had these kinds of things. I was at a meeting and there was a sign-up sheet going around, and when it came to me, of course, I just used my pen because that's what I like. And this sign-up sheet I didn't notice at the time, but didn't have a pen with it. So the guy next to me said, "Hey, can I borrow your pen?" Now at this point, there were a lot of things going through my mind, and you can probably figure them all out. Whatever you're thinking, I had the same thoughts. Number one is you should have your own pen. Number two, this is my special planner pen. It was my multi-pen. But you know, I wanted to be nice, and of course, I let him borrow my pen, thinking that he would sign his name and give it right back to me. Oh no. Oh no, my special multi-planner pen went completely around the room with the sign-up sheet. And of course I couldn't be like, "Yo, dudes, give me my pen back," because it was in the middle of a meeting. And I also was trying to talk myself off the ledge saying, it's just a pen, it's no big deal, you'll get it back. However, when my pen left the room and went to another area for another round of a sign-up in another room, that's when I kind of lost it. And I remember thinking to myself, I will never go through this again. So that is kind of where my mind was at with, I need something in my life that I am comfortable using, where I like the pen, so I can use it if I need to. Also, if somebody else uses one of my pens, they won't destroy. If the tip gets destroyed or my pen is lost or something, I won't completely freak out about it, because definitely nobody will ever touch my fountain pens. But so I also wanted something that was relatively inexpensive. I also wanted something that was kind of sustainable, which I'll get into later. But really the Staedtler office, the mobile office here, I think really was the answer for me. Now, to be honest, this has been sitting in my Amazon wish list for literally 2 years. I don't know what took me so long to buy this. I wish I had bought it earlier. So I will definitely be carrying this around. I love that everything's all contained and it's protected. The other thing I love about the Staedtler cases in particular are all of their different pens, pencils, whatever you buy from them will all fit in here. They even have, you know, dry erase markers and things like that. They all fit standard in their cases, which I really, really love that about them. So let me go ahead now and get started with writing and showing you how these look. Now the first thing is the Fineliner, which this I would say is definitely their most popular product, and probably what keeps them mostly in business. They call this is the Triplus, and this is the Fineliner. And this is in I don't think this has a size on it, but it's 0.3 is what the tip is. Now this, if you're not familiar with these are dry safe, which means if you leave the lid off of these for, I don't know how many days they say, but they will still write, which still blows my mind to this day. So these are really smooth and easy to write with. It has a pretty thin barrel, which I really like. And these are just awesome, come in a bunch of different colors. The next one is their ballpoint. And it's really not this hard to get the lids off normally, but I'm trying to go around my camera stand, and that's another reason why my writing won't be fantastic either. Okay, so this is the Staedtler Ball. Also, oh, they call it Triplus Ball. So it's either Triplus or the Triplus will be in all of the different names of these. And then this is a medium, which is actually a 0.45. Now, I will say the German brands, they run smaller than the American brands, because normally a medium in a North American brand will be more like a 0.7, so they do run a little bit smaller. But these are perfectly fine. I think that most people would still be able to use the ballpoint. I will say with the ballpoint, actually, let me put the lid back on. It did take me a little while to get used to this ballpoint, because a lot of ballpoints you can write having this angle right here, which I'm going to say, I don't know what that is, 60 degrees, 65, somewhere around there. This one you have to have it a little bit more upright. I'm going to say like in the 70 something range. So it does take a little bit of getting used to, if you can see the difference between the way I have to hold my pen here. So that's just something to keep in mind with the ballpoint, is that there's a little, I wouldn't say a learning curve, but definitely just a way that you have to get used to using it. This is the pencil, and a couple things. With the mechanical pencil, for some reason I always look at the eraser first, because some of the erasers out there drive me nuts. They are so many that you use them once and the eraser's gone. So I would say this is somewhere in between, where it's a nice eraser. It's definitely not the largest one I've seen out there, but it's a really nice size, and you don't feel like you have to be skimpy with your eraser usage. This is a 0.5, and this one it's probably pretty standard, where you just push it down from the back, and then that's how you push the lead down. With my mechanical pencils, prefer the design where you can move the lead with your thumb, because that's just convenient, and that's just it's already there. But, like I said, this is probably more of a standard design with a pencil. So they call this one Micro, the Staedtler Triplus Micro, and this is a 0.5. With mechanical pencils, that's always my preference, because a 0.7 is a little bit too fat for me. 0.5 was my preference, and I say was because I've since found that there are actually 0.3 mechanical pencils out there. I will do a separate video on that, because I'm super pumped about it. But a 0.5 it's a nice size. I definitely would feel comfortable for it. It's more on the larger size for me. And the reason I'm sharing that with you is because it's so easy to find 0.5 and above types of tips, but it's really difficult to find the ultra and the micro tips that I prefer. So the Staedtler pencil is available in 0.3, this is the 0.5, and I do believe that they go up to 0.7 or a 1.0 on the pencils. And then the ballpoints, again, they do come in larger sizes than that, and then the smaller ones, which I'll show you in just a minute. The Fineliners, I believe, are all just 0.3s. So that's the pencil. So that is really nice and smooth and easy to use. And then here is the highlighter. Now the highlighter, here's the 1 millimeter line, and let me go ahead and do the 4 millimeter line. That's going to be a little bit difficult to see, but that's the difference between the two there. With the highlighter, I've noticed that the point, or the 4 millimeter line, really is not enough to highlight. I would say this is college ruled right here. To cover up the entire line of the college ruled, you really have to do it 3 times. So that's just something to keep in mind for that. Now all of these different barrels, some of them, like the pencil, it looks like it's ribbed. It is not. It is very smooth and easy to use, but it is not ribbed. The ballpoint pen does have a grip type of thing on it, even though it's the same design, but it's still not ribbed. It doesn't have like a ribbed design, but it does have the grip on it, where all the other three of these just have the smooth barrel. So the other thing that was really important to me is this is lovely and this is great and solves my problem here, but what happens when all of these run out? Can I replace these? And with Staedtler, of course, the answer is going to be yes. So like I said, the Fineliners, they don't come in different tips, but they do come in a bunch of different colors. So this one, as you can see, is in black. If you don't like that, you can definitely change out to any other color that you want to carry around. The ballpoint does come in different colors, which I'll show you here in just a minute. The pencil, like I said, comes in different ones. And then the highlighters, the only one I've seen is a 4-pack of fluorescents. I'm not keen on fluorescents, but I definitely do like the yellow, and I will keep that one for sure. So this is very versatile. Like I said with Staedtler, if you don't, for instance, a lot of people don't use mechanical pencils anymore. So if you just want to carry around a couple ballpoints, a couple different highlighters, or just a couple different of the Fineliners, it's very versatile, and I really, really like that. So yes, I did buy the ballpoint pack as well, really because I don't really have ballpoints. Like the Fineliner is a felt tip, and then pretty much I either have felt tips or I have gel pens. I really don't have, I think maybe one ballpoint left in my entire house. So I miss ballpoints once in a while. They definitely are not my favorite type of pen, but I did want to have them. So here is the Staedtler Triplus Ball, and these are a 4-color pack. Let me see if I can, okay, this one, they call it the Triplus, still the Triplus Ball, and this is red ball, and this is the fine point. So this is, I don't know if you can see, but it's 0.3, where the ones in the original pack are 0.45. I will say that for some reason, at least for me, the fine points are smoother and easier to write with, and I don't know why that is. I haven't quite figured that out. I do really love pens that have the barrel color, which is what the pen color is. So I really like the design of these ballpoints. So here is the green one, and the 4-pack comes in just your standard colors that you would find in any multicolor pen. So the red, green, blue, and the black. So that's the green one. Let me show you the blue and the black here. And my handwriting is terrible because I'm going around my stand and I can't really see very well, but you'll get the idea. And so here's the last one, the black one. So yeah, like I said, I don't know why for me these are easier to use, because normally when you have a broader tip, more ink comes through, so they're smoother, but for some reason the fine ballpoints are a lot easier for me to use. So here's the difference, as you can see, with the difference between the ballpoints, the 0.45s, and the 0.3, which I don't think I wrote that down. So these are 0.3s. So I will definitely be using this up and then just replacing things. I will say that these will definitely not be my go-to pen. I'm not going to use these on an everyday basis, but I would definitely feel comfortable with using these. I love that they're, like it says, that they're mobile. Everything you need is all in one place. And then, of course, if somebody asked to borrow a pen or something to write with, I would feel comfortable letting them use this and not worrying about them destroying it. These are relatively inexpensive. I think this whole pack was like $9 on Amazon. And to replace these, anything like Amazon, jet pens, or if you have an office supply type store like a Dick Blick, you can actually buy all of these separately there. And so they are very easy to replace as well, which I completely love. And I wouldn't cry if these got lost. And anyway, there's just I think a lot of advantages to this. I would definitely recommend getting this pack if that's something that would work in your life. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful, and thank you so much for watching.